everyone, and welcome back to The Greatest Book Never Published, podcast where we read the greatest book never published. The book is called The Infection. It's great. I read it when I was 13, and that's what we're doing. We're reading a book that I wrote when I was younger. And yeah, if you haven't listened to the other episodes, definitely go check those out first, because you won't know what's going on. Trust me, they're great. They're worth listening to. So yeah, it's iffy. That's a good joke, yeah. So anyways, yeah, go back and listen to that. Anyways, I am Nim.
I'm Nate. And I'm Steve.
And yeah, we're ready to go with this. So what happened last? Where we left off? So
Well, Nate and Mr. Black and Abigail and the two other agents were on a helicopter.
Yeah.
They took over a helicopter and they're flying it up to the helicarrier, whatever it's called.
Right.
Yeah. To infiltrate it.
or
And they're disguised as snake
people.
agents.
Snake agents. They're just.
Yep.
Well, see, the problem is, in order for them to properly disguise as snake agents, they have to like shave their heads. But that's another another debate.
And then the other three were on a helicopter flying towards the helicarrier.
And then
Deathblade came in and attacked, and him and Jameson were having a duel, and Jameson almost died. Or something.
Yeah. I mean, Jameson acted like he was almost gonna die
again for the. Well, actually, it happened like twice that chapter, but
yeah.
All right, now let's get into it with chapter 69.
Nice.
Nice. So anyways, this is chapter 69. Stephen Richards. Alright, so what's going on with Stephen Richards? Let's find out. I'm sitting in the helicopter just after watching Jameson throw himself off of the helicopter to save us. It was the most heroic action I've ever seen. Oh my gosh, it's so dramatic. He sacrificed himself to save the world. Wow. I'm gonna cry. I can't believe he did that, Zach says. He probably died. To save us. I guess that means that we must carry on the mission without him. Pilot, proceed with the mission. We then begin flying again.
Wow, how rude.
I know. It was
Just abandon their brother.
They didn't even try to save him. It's just like, he's probably dead. Let's keep
Our
going.
mission's more important. Let's go. To be fair, I feel like if they played their cards right, all the people who are inside the helicarrier could probably do the mission themselves. They just need to get Nate to infiltrate and put his thumbprint in and be like, yeah, stop the launch.
Boom. Done.
So I want to take down the helicarrier thing too, though.
Right. Yeah, but still. Yeah. Then begin flying again. We can't be completely sure that he's dead, I say. His power might have helped him survive the fall. Thanks for keeping our hopes up, Zach says. As we get closer to the hovercraft, I notice something outside the window. Something flying through the air. I look closer and realize that it's flying towards us. Then it disappears. Whoa. Did you see that? I ask. What? Zach says. I saw something out the window. It was moving towards us. Then I couldn't see it anymore. It's probably just your imagination. Yeah, probably. Famous last words. I say, even though I know it wasn't. Then, suddenly, something bursts through the floor of the cockpit, crushing the pilot.
Oh my gosh.
The whole helicopter begins to fall. We need to jump, Zach
I don't really
says.
how that works, but...
Where are the parachutes? They already fell out, I say.
Oh, how convenient.
Zach and I both look out the window and see what hit us. It's a large floating platform.
What?
It's just a platform that's like a hovercraft.
They didn't land on it?
I don't know, man. Large floating platform. We both jump out, grab onto it, and climb on top of it. Once we stand up, we see a man standing on the other side of the platform. He has long black hair, no shirt, tattoos, and is carrying 2 energy whips. Whiplash.
Oh, it's Whiplash
says.
again.
You know this guy? I ask. Oh yeah, that's right. Steve never met him. He's one of the guys who attacked our base. Don't let him hit you with his whips. Wasn't really planning on it.
Yeah, just let him whip you a couple times.
Gotta know what it feels. What it feels
gotta
like.
know what it feels like. So.
Yeah, exactly. We meet again, my amigo.
Mi amigo.
Whiplash says to Zach in a Spanish accent. And this time, I was sent to kill. Kill? I can't let him kill my best friend. I will stop him. You go on, I say. Complete the mission without me. I'll take care of him. I won't leave you, Zach says. Why not, I say. I left you, didn't I? What?
That was a little different.
Return the favor. Oh my gosh. And besides, without the helicopter, you're the only one who can get up there. The pilot said it was directly above us.
Steve could get up there, but,
It'd be more dangerous.
he could just sonic boom himself up.
Yeah, but that'd be more like a less precise, more dangerous way to do it. He'd probably accidentally
If he got
kill
good
himself.
at it. If he got good at it.
Yeah, but that's the problem. He's probably not good at it. Zach nods his head, turns into gas, and floats up. I am left alone, facing Whiplash, on a hovering platform.
Oh my.
I love how, I didn't know what to do, so I was like, it's just a hovering platform. Just, those things.
I mean,
they have a helicarrier, but, still, it's just funny. Anyways, that was the end of that chapter. Chapter 70.
Pretty impressive that they jumped out of a helicopter while it was falling and didn't get hit by the blades.
Well, yeah, but that's fine.
That's besides the point, okay?
I am floating up in Chapter 70, Zach Thompson. I'm floating up in my gas form. So far, there's no sign of the huge hovercraft in the sky, if it even exists. Then I suddenly run into something I can't see. It must be the hovercraft. It must be in stealth mode. I reach my arms up and they phase through the bottom of the hovercraft. I begin to rise higher. As different parts of my body hit the hovercraft, they change to phase through it. Once my whole body is through, I stand up inside of the hovercraft. I am standing in a long hallway with doors all alongside it. Each door is marked with the word cell, followed by a number. Cell 1, cell 2, cell 3, and so on. So, that's how they think prison cells. We're just going to put cell 1, cell 2 on the doors.
I mean, they could be numbered, but why do they have to say cell? They're just
so that the main character knows that they're prison cells.
Well, yeah, why else,
They must be prison cells. What? Really? I might be able to find Dad here. Wait, no. I have to stick with the mission. I have to find the others and break them out. I don't have the tracker with me. I have no idea where they are. I guess I'll just have to start looking through all the cells and hope that I can find them. Oh, they probably still think they're doing they're getting captured on purpose thing. If I happen to find Dad, I'll save him too. I decide to start with cell 1. I figure that the door must be locked, so I just phase through it. Once I'm on the other side, I see an old man sitting on a bench. For some reason, he looks familiar. I have no idea where I've seen him before. Oh, wait, I forgot about this part. Okay, I don't remember where this is leading, but I vaguely remember writing this. Who are you? I ask as I pull off my helmet so you can see my face. I can't remember, he says, barely able to talk. All I remember is being trapped in here for a really long time. Don't worry, I'll get you out of here. No, I'm almost dead anyway. You might as well leave me and save yourself. I won't leave, I say as I put his arm around my shoulder and lift him up. You don't have to spend your last days in here. You can spend them doing whatever you want. You may not have much time, but a day of freedom is better than a lifetime of bondage. Wow. He's really
Preach, brother.
He really pulls out the amazing speech quotes. He's he just pulls out the amazing quotes right out of his wow. As we begin to walk toward the door, he suddenly stops walking. I look at him. He's not moving. I quickly set him on the ground.
Did you just die right there when he picked him up?
I guess. And listened for a heartbeat. I then check his pulse. He's dead.
Oh.
Huh. Why? He died and he didn't even know who he was. He probably has a family out there who wish that they knew what happened to him. For all they know, he could have died the day he went missing. Why would Snake do such a thing? They must be stopped. We can't let anything like this happen again. Wow. There's so much more sad stories in the world. But, just saying. He acts like that's the saddest thing that can happen to a dude. I mean, it's pretty sad, but still. I check all the rest of the cells. I find all kinds of people. People working for the CIA, FBI, NYPD, and even people who have never heard of Snake. I promise them all that it will be okay, that I will get them out of here. But for some reason I doubt myself. Now there is only one cell left, cell 99. So far there has been no sign of my father or the others. Let's hope that Dad's in here. I face through the final door.
It's pretty impressive that he just goes through a whole prison cell and not a single guard or person sees him.
Yeah, well,
No cameras, no nothing.
I think they don't realize they think their stealth is so good that nobody could
Yeah, but what if one of the
inside their
prisoners gets out? Because didn't Nate get out when he was in there?
Well, that was just because Abigail saved him. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
but
know
like
what?
they
How
would
did
think
she-
they might want to beef up their security if one of their prisoners escaped.
Yeah, Snake seems pretty dumb sometimes.
I still don't know how Abigail found. I guess maybe she stole information from her dad to find out where the hovercraft was before.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope that Dad's here. Do you think he's gonna be there?
No.
I face through the final door. I look, expecting to see my father. All I see is a blonde woman dressed in a red formal dress.
It's what's her
It's
name?
Clara Red. My heart sinks. The only thing I can think now is that Dad is probably dead. No, he's just like brainwashed or whatever to kill his own son.
Mm-hmm.
It's about time they've sent someone to rescue me, the woman says in a British accent as she stands up. The name's Red. Clara Red. I think that was better than my British accent I had in that first episode when I did her voice. She raises her hand, expecting me to introduce myself and shake. I don't. Oh, because he's so disappointed. Not much of a gentleman, are you? Sorry, I say. It's just that I was hoping to find my father in here. My name is Zach Thompson. Thompson, Red says, as if she knows the name. Does this father of yours happen to be John Thompson? Yeah, I say excitedly. You know him? Not very well. We both worked together back when Shadow started. He's the one who gave us all our equipment. I haven't seen him in a long time, though. We then hear the prisoners outside screaming. I turn my arms to plasma and melt my way through the locked door. Red follows me out. I look around until I see what they were all screaming about. King Killer is standing there facing us. End of chapter. So,
Of course, it's King Killer again.
yeah, well, so you notice all of the bounty hunters who tried to kill them before have come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's kind of like
It's
what's
the
happening now.
final countdown.
It is. And they're each like paired off with one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Deathblade is fighting Hard Crusher. Sonic Boom is Steve is fighting
Whiplash.
Whiplash. And,
King Killer is definitely
Killer.
the best of the
oh no,
assassins.
King Killer. I think even when I wrote it was my favorite. of them.
Jameson's also, Molecule
yeah, is
is
also
also
the best,
The most powerful.
most powerful.
of them, so he can take
Yeah.
him. Yeah. Chapter 71. Nathan Thompson. Mr. Black, Agent Scope, Agent Eagle, Abigail, and I have just landed the helicopter inside the hovercraft. Eagle, you stay here and be prepared to take off once we've completed the mission, Mr. Black says. The other four of us step outside of the helicopter wearing snake uniforms. They are a dark green color with the snake symbol on the back and a hood. We each are carrying a machine gun, which I hope we won't have to use. We won't have to if this whole disguise thing works. Nate and Abigail try to keep your hoods over your eyes, Mr. Black says. Some of them might be able to recognize you. We do as he says. After a while of walking around, trying to find out where they keep the computer with launch codes, we start to realize that the disguise idea is working a lot better than getting captured would have. Yeah. We have passed all kinds of security checks, and we wouldn't have been able to otherwise. Then, finally, we find out where the computer is. It's behind a metal door at the end of a long, wide hallway. Only certain people are allowed to enter. It is guarded by 15 men.
It's nothing for Mr. Black.
Yeah.
They'll just dodge
Yeah,
all their
he's like-
bullets.
They'll just duck and they'll all shoot each other.
They're not going to do it on purpose. You know, they're going to keep their disguise going as long as they can, but if they have to. May we enter? Mr. Black asks as he walks up to the door. Do you have the clearance code? One of the men says. No, Mr. Black says. We were given permission by Lyle Crape. Are you sure? The man says. We weren't notified of this. We can't let you in unless you have proof that you have permission. Mr. Black makes a hand signal to Scope, who is standing behind us. But he said that all I had to do was ask to come in, Mr. Black says as Scope slowly backs up into a dark corner. Because of Mr. Black's distraction, none of the men even notice. There's been a mistake in the launch sequence. We have been sent to fix it. Immediately after Mr. Black says that, he grabs me and Abigail and pulls us to the ground with him. Bullets come from where Scope is, fly over our heads, and tear into a few of the men. They pull out their guns and begin shooting back. The only problem they have is that they can't see the person who's shooting them. One by one, all the men get hit until they're all dead. At that second, an alarm goes off. Nice. They know we're here, Mr. Black says. Let's get this done with as quick as possible. Scope walks out of the darkness as we all stand up. We search the men's pockets until we find a clearance card. We use that to open the door. Behind the door, there's a small room with only a desk, a chair, and a computer. I sit down at the desk and begin using my hacking skills.
I forgot he could hack.
Yeah.
Nerd.
Hurry up, Mr. Black says. This room will be swarming with snakes in about a minute. Lovely just calls them snakes.
Oh, and literally in a minute, just a bunch of snakes start slithering in.
Literal snakes. He's not talking about snake agents. Literal snakes, yeah. That's not even close to enough time, I say. This computer system is way too complicated. We failed the mission already. Unless... I've just thought of something. I pull out my iPhone 6 from my backpack.
Whoa.
That was back when that was the newest one, I think. Now the iPhone 6 is old. iPhone 6 from my backpack. Plug it into the computer and begin downloading all the files. Wow. The iPhone 6 is a fingerprint scanner. That was probably back when that was the new thing the iPhone had. A fingerprint scanner?
Wow, so these super secret launch codes, and he can just download onto his phone and turn them off that way.
Using his iPhone 6 fingerprint scanner. The iPhone 6 is a fingerprint scanner. If all the files are downloaded onto it, we can just leave and I can work on hacking it anytime I want. You're a genius, Abigail says, amazed. We're lucky you came along. Just as it is finished downloading, men come bursting into the room. I quickly unplug the iPhone and throw it into my pocket. A man walks out from behind all the others. It is none other than Lyle Crape, followed by Justin Lee. But that's not all. One of the men is holding a leash with Shredder on the other end. They got Shredder. I can only imagine what they have done to him. Oh, poor Shredder.
They're like, we didn't feed him for weeks just so he could attack you, and then hook him and he eats all of them.
Eats all of them. It's crap. Eats all the bald guards. He's got a prejudice against bald people.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 72, the last chapter of the day. Jameson Thompson. I saved the mission. I may be dead, but I'm a hero. Oh my gosh. I forgot that's where we left off. I saved the mission. I may be dead, but I'm a hero. Wait, he just said
repeated it.
Same thing twice in a row. Oh my gosh. He's just repeating that over and over in his head. I may be dead, but I saved the mission. I'm a hero. I may be dead. I saved the mission, but I'm a hero. Just chanting it in his head. That is the phrase that I keep saying over and over again in my head as I await my arrival in heaven. Oh gosh. As I await the judgment seat. What? As I await many souls congratulating me on my honorable death. Wow. That's so stupid.
Cringe.
Oh my gosh.
Cringe much?
I wrote this? Oh my gosh. I saved the mission. I may be dead, but I'm a hero. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I await seeing my mother who died 10 years ago. It will be so wonderful seeing her again. And possibly even my father. I have no idea if he's dead or not. I saved the mission. I may be dead, but I'm a hero. Suddenly, my eyes open. I see an old man standing above me as I lay on the ground. He looks familiar. I'm not sure where I've seen him, but I know I have. Because that's what Zach said about that one dude he found who died. Who are you? I ask. I am a man you once knew, but have forgotten, he says. So that man died, and he's now meeting him in heaven? Everyone has forgotten me. Even I had forgotten who I was. What is your name, son? Jameson. Jameson William Thompson. Oh, I gave him my middle name. That's my middle name. William. Wow. I didn't even know that. He smiles. My name is also Jameson William Thompson.
They have the same name? Holy cow.
Are you me?
What are the odds?
Is this a vision of the future? Did I actually survive all that cutting and slashing? No. We are not the same person, just the same name. You're my grandfather, I say, remembering that my father said I was named after his father. What did you mean about everyone forgetting you, even yourself? I was captured by Snake 10 years ago, he says. They had kept me in my cell until the day I died. So it is that guy. It seemed as if everyone forgot I even existed. While I was in that cell, I had undergone a severe case of memory loss, so even I didn't remember who I was. So I am dead, I say. This is heaven. At least I saved the mission. I may have died, but I'm a hero. No. Your time is not finished on Earth. You have much, much more to accomplish. He stands up and walks away. Grandpa? I say as he suddenly disappears. Grandpa! Grandpa, where are you? I don't know what you meant by that. I need you to tell me. Grandpa! Oh my gosh. Wow.
Grandpa that I've never met before.
Dude. Well, I don't think he met him. I don't know. Maybe he met him when he was young but didn't remember.
It was 10 years ago, so he could have been...
10 years ago, Jameson would have been 5.
So maybe could
So
remember
maybe he
him a
just
little
didn't
bit.
really remember.
That's probably why he vaguely remembers him.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what he said. Like Zach would probably remember him more.
But Zach didn't even know who he was. So.
He's like, I recognize him, but I don't know. I don't remember where. But although he might have looked a lot different, he might look a lot different after 10 years of being in prison.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
My eyes close and everything is black again. They open. I'm lying on the ground where I was when Deathblade killed me. How did I survive? It must be my power. Even though I was technically dead, my body healed itself to the point that I actually came back to life.
Wolverine.
Dude, he could come back to life, man. That's pretty epic. No one will ever believe this. I lift my head and see Deathblade putting his rocket boots back on. This time, I will be the killer. Oh, snap. Dang.
Wow.
Dang. Oh, that's the end of the end of the chapter and the end of our day today. What a way to end it. Wow. So like that dude was their grandpa.
Wow.
I actually forgot.
I actually kind of saw that coming when Zach met him.
That it was their grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he said he vaguely remembered him and was an old man, I was like, it's probably going to be their grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
So is their grandpa, was he part of Shadow 2 or something?
I guess he must have been involved somehow. Well, the thing is, notice how a lot of things that happened 10 years ago.
Something big.
I was gonna at one point write a prequel that took place 10 years ago. It was around when Shadow was starting or something, being created, and that's when Abigail's mom dies. That's when the Thompsons' mom dies, and that's when I guess the grandpa gets captured apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there was gonna be a prequel, but I obviously never wrote it. I don't even remember what the story of it was. I just remember a lot of all that stuff happens, obviously. But yeah, anyways, that's about all. So thank you for listening. Interesting new stuff. Got their Grandpa Thompson. Grandpa Jameson William Thompson. He's the same name as I think it's funny. I was like, what should his middle name be? And I was like, I'm just going to use my middle name. No creativity. Didn't even think. I was like, I'll just use my middle name. But anyways, thank you for listening or watching. There's 3 episodes left. We are really getting down there. So
the last few.
I know. It's very
getting down to the wire right
exciting stuff. We'll have to see how it concludes.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, thank you all for listening. There's a few different places you can listen. You can listen on Spotify or on my YouTube channel, which is called Name TV. There should be links into the description depending on which one you want to listen to. The Spotify one does have a video version, so you can watch video on both versions, actually, if you want to. Or you can just, not watch the video if you don't want to, obviously. But yeah, so you can also check out Nathan's YouTube channel, which is Nathan Great. There's a link in the description to that. And yeah, there's new episodes every single Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time. So that's going to be happening for 3 more weeks here, and until we're done. So, thank you all for listening. Hope you tune in next week. I've been Nim.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Steve.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.